Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an irresistible headline for your business and for your ads. So one of the biggest things we see with paid advertising is people don't put enough attention into the headline. Now, it's super critical that you put attention into the headline because 80 cents of your dollar actually goes to your headline. So let's look at a key case study example here. The example is 7 things to know about muscle growth. Now, you might think, okay, that's a pretty decent headline, but we need to spice it up. We need to make it way better than it is. All right. It's all right now, but how do we make it better? What we're going to do is we're going to add action words or power words. 7 bizarre things to know about growing muscles. 7 alarming things to know about growing muscles. 7 shocking things. Now, it doesn't take much to know that this headline here isn't as good as these ones here, but still, it's not enough. Still, we want a headline that just captivates our audience, catches their attention, and gets them locked into what we have to say in our advertising. If you don't know who I am already, my name is Javier Tabet, and I've been running a digital marketing agency for over a year. Capital Edge Media. We help our clients use tactics like this in paid advertising and set up automated AI flows in order to scale their businesses. So, continuing down to the spiciest version, 7 alarming things to know about growing muscle. Only bodybuilders know these, all right? 7 alarming things to know about growing muscle. Number 3 will blow your mind. Now, these headlines are irresistible. When someone sees this and they're remotely interested in growing muscle or muscle growth or bodybuilding, they're going to pay undivided attention, right? So how do we actually write good headlines? Because this is a good little example, right? We can tweak and experiment with this as well, but this is a good example on how to create a headline, but how do we do it with different business models? I put together this document here, and what it is, it's an overview and it's a summary of how to write captivating headlines. So the first and the most important one is to be super clear and specific. If you're not clear about what you're trying to say to your customers, it will confuse them and your customers will just keep scrolling if they've even paid attention in the first place. Super important to be clear because clarity gets rid of any confusion. And when there's confusion in the buyer's mind, they don't act, they don't buy, they don't do anything. So number 2, evoke curiosity. So curiosity is the number 1 reason people pay attention to anything online. People are scrolling to find some entertainment and they're waiting for curiosity to hook them. One thing you can do is tease, so giving away certain things, alluding to certain things. Use curiosity gaps, so leave readers wanting to know more. So a good example of this would be like, why this simple habit changed my life or changed my career, how this one book changed my life, or how this one tip made me more money. And avoid clickbait. No one wants to watch a video and feel like they've just had their time wasted. Not only one, do people not recommend your channel, they might even report it. That leads to, lower views and engagement in the future. So number 3, include power words. So again, like we used before, we use the power word of shocking, bizarre, alarming, right? Some power words can be essential, ultimate, unbelievable, secret. Usually secret is a very curiosity driving power word and it gets a lot of attention. So it's a really good one to use. And again, we want to appeal to positive or negative emotions. Like, we don't want to have a massive array of emotions in our headline because it means it's confusing our buyer. Our buyer is now thinking different things, whereas it's so much easier and so much better to just convey a positive or a negative emotion because it performs better over time. Number 4, address a specific audience. Now, this is super important because when you call somebody out, it's like have you ever been in a crowd and someone called out a name? You probably wouldn't have heard it. Or someone called out, hey, you probably wouldn't have heard it. But if someone called out your name, you would turn around instantly or you would pay attention because you know your name better than anything else. Addressing a specific audience isn't about calling out your customers' names. It's about calling out who they are. So if I'm an athlete and someone calls out athletes located in Melbourne, chances that I'm going to pay attention are much higher than if someone just says people in Melbourne, right? If that is the hook and that is the headline of a certain advertisement, because it's calling me specifically as who I am as an identity trigger, it gets me to pay attention and it gets me to open a positive curiosity loop. So that's the importance of a specific audience. So this next one here, point number 5, promise quick and tangible results. This is important because people don't want to have to plan their results. They want to digest content online that they can get a promised quick and tangible result from. Now, when you offer things like how to boost productivity in 10 minutes or quick 5 tips to fix your mindset, it's going to perform things like this 7-day method or this 2-week routine got me XYZ result, because people don't want to think about paying attention and changing their lives in 2 weeks. They want to feel the instant gratification of a 10-minute routine or a 5-minute quick fix. Highlighting a desirable time limit or an easy to access resource is going to do you better in your advertisements than if you don't. Now, again, it doesn't have to be, but one of the things that you can test is promising quick and tangible results versus not. Sometimes for certain businesses, it doesn't work. Number 6, the how-to formula. So why is this important? Now, what I've done is I've actually created a list of 114 hooks and headlines that you can steal. And here they are right here. How X became Y and why it matters, right? And here are the headlines. Now, some of these headlines are really, really, really powerful, and they have certain things. They have certain qualities to them that you won't find anywhere else. So like what it does is it gives you the general base of the headline, and then it gives you 4 to 5 different examples. So like, try our skincare products for 30 days and get radiant looking skin. That's the action headline. Then you've got the secret headline, X secrets to desire. So like, little known facts about burning fat, 8 secrets to generating qualified leads. Now, some of these will be a little bit too basic. What we want to do is we want to add our action words and our power words. You could say 8 unheard of secrets to generating qualified leads that marketers won't tell you. Now, that's a more powerful headline, but the general rule for this is to give you an overview and an easy understanding of how to put certain headlines together and how to test certain headlines for your industry or for your business. So here's the end result headline. Desired outcome plus time frame equals overcome objections. Lose 8 kilos in 7 days without working out, right? Probably impractical, but it's a good headline. The how-to headline. This is what we were just talking about. How to write a sales page that converts without sounding salesy, right? How to desired outcome with or without overcome objections. So find out how to get more organized. Discover how to start a business with virtually no money. The promise headline. Quadruple your Instagram followers in 1 month. Increase your average order value by 31% in just 30 days. Now, these are headlines you can test, and there's many, many more of them. Look how many of them are. Stick around to the end. I'll give you this in the end of the video. But until then, we're going to go over the 7th point, which is using FOMO. Along with curiosity, FOMO is one of the biggest human drivers for buying action. Now, lots of FOMO gets undermined when it comes to marketers. People think that by having XYZ stock left, 25 stock left, or we're only taking on 5 new people is a form of FOMO. You need to add a sense of timeliness to it. So whether you are running a certain offer and that offer will end at a certain date, or you actually only do have a certain limited number of stock and you have proof to show your customers so that they can see there is only a limited amount of stock, it is actual, I might miss out, right? I might actually miss out on the stock. So number 8, use trends and popular topics. Now, what you can do is you can tap into politics, celebrity, as well as memes and incorporate them into your headline so that they actually capture the attention of the masses, because when things are trending, you might as well take advantage of them, right? You should have the back-end system set up so that you figure out and qualify those people in the long run, but essentially you want to tap into what's trending now. This can be memes, politics, celebrity, it doesn't really matter, but a really easy way to do this is to have a relevant date. People want what's happening now. So if you have a relevant date, whether that's the top performing stocks for November 2024, that will do infinitely better than the top performing stocks this year. Why? Because it's relevant to November and this year only. You can also incorporate buzzwords, so like side hustle, AI. Some of these buzzwords always change, so I don't recommend doing this as much, but it's definitely useful if you have a lot of changing buzzwords and you're on top of the buzzwords in your industry. So number 9, test headlines, right? If you're testing the instant gratification headline and you're getting lots of unqualified leads and lots of unqualified prospects, you might want to switch to a different headline. You might want to switch to this, the benefits or the gains headline. You might want to switch to, a different headline, the gains headline. Get a jacked physique when you take 60-day fitness challenge. Learn Spanish test when you enroll in our language course, right? Or you might want to use a social proof headline. The SEO tool, over 200,000 websites use boost their traffic. Some of these headlines will give different results, and you need to test them, because if you don't test them, you're missing out on potential clients and potential profits. So again, experiment and also measure. Track which headlines do best. You can set this up in a simple Excel sheet. It's not too hard. So the last step, keep it short and impactful. Now, this varies. There's lots of people that say have long headlines, have short headlines. I say for the time being, you want to simplify things for yourself and your team. Keep it simple, keep it short. Aim for 6 to 10 words. You can go from 10 to 20 words, completely up to you, but it must be relevant and curiosity driving. Now that you've learned all the different types of headlines that you can use to create an irresistible headline for your ads, what if you want to smash it out of the water, right? What if you want to blow your competition away? You want to be able to create headlines that are so great that no one can compete in your industry, in your market, in your location. What you're going to do is, because you stuck around, you're going to go into the description and you're going to download the 114 headlines and hooks to steal attention document, right? This document here gives you everything you need to know. And even if you create short form content or if you want to create hooks for your advertisement. So get access to this. It has over 18 unique headlines with over 71 examples. You can get access to this in the description below. But be careful how you use this. You might destroy your competition. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.